another episode of Backpack BushCraft. Last week we finished building out our EDC pack. We also finished talking about the characteristics, which were familiarity, compact, and reusability. We talked about what was in our pack. We also talked about what we're going to be packing around with it, which is a fanny pack. And to see all that, you can check out the last 3 videos. Our pack is currently valued at about $57, just a hair short of $60. Now I said valued, not spent, because I spent only $10 for the fanny pack of my gear. I felt gear around the house. I did not go and buy anything. Keep that in mind. This week, we're doing the review. This week, we're going to be testing this survivor kit versus the one I built, and we'll see who comes out on top. I thought it would be easier just to go over this stuff and see what I'm getting for 20 bucks. Okay, first off, for 20 bucks, I am getting this 1,000 milliliter plastic bottle. This is a close to about 32 ounces. I forget the exact measurement. I also have on here a red carabiner. In here I have some paracord off the top. I'm gonna guess it's probably 550, but I don't know for sure. Next we have one bandage. Make sure I'm not missing it. It says there's 2 bandages in here. We'll see if we can find the other one. A compressed towel. That's actually a neat idea. If you don't know what this is, you unwrap, you open it up, you put it in water, and it expands. I like those. This is an aluminum carabiner with a compass and an LED light. Ah, that is. So they were in backwards. So that was my bad. But okay, we got it now. We got it good now. All right. So that, I mean, not much of a flashlight. It also has a button compass on it as well. I was wondering what this was. Oh my god. This is probably the smallest knife I have ever seen. Okay, this is actually a file. It's a fingernail file, if you can see. That's actually a knife blade. Let's see here, we got some paper. Here's scissors. And then here's that same paper. Looks like it's basically just cut to the metal, so you can it gives you the illusion of a grip. I mean, it's all right. I'm not at all going to try to baton with that. I won't try to strike a ferro rod, even though I don't have a ferro rod in this kit. Oh wait, I won't try to strike a ferro rod with it because I don't have a ferro rod in this kit. Unless they have it in something else. Next thing gives me an orange safety whistle. So this is got a little string to it, so I guess I can wear this around my neck. Yeah, that works. Let's see here. It has another floating compass on top. This one's a little bit better. It has the numbers and stuff. As you can see that it's supposed to store matches in here, but it didn't even give me any matches. Fantastic. Now here's the reason I don't like these water bottles. Look at that. Emergency blanket. It can reflect up to 9% of the body heat. Alright, that ain't too bad. And now this actually they might be thinking the same thing I am with this emergency poncho. You know, this keeps you out of the way. Now this thing is crap. I'll tell you this right now. You can see the people wearing it. You can see how thin it is on them. So this isn't going to last me long. But I might still be able to throw it up like a tarp. So we'll try that out. Lastly, a sewing kit with a button and even a latch pin. Not bad. Alright, so for 20 bucks, go ahead and tell you right now I'm not happy. And my criteria is going to be taking care of the 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. So that's kind of how I'm going to be kind of working through this. Last note, before I go out and actually camp with it, this is how it all got stuffed back into the bottle. I tried. I really did. I tried to make it look good and everything, but didn't work out. Alright guys, it's getting late. I got a glare. Sorry about that. Just have to deal with it. We're going to test out the Survivor water bottle first. I'm going to use this tree. This is the same tree we used in the 3-day camp. This is what I'm going to be trying to use as my shelter support, or this is going to be the tree I tie everything off of. And yeah, we're going to set up the shelter. We're going to then try to start a fire, and then we're going to try to water. Now, here's how it works. As soon as I hit a roadblock that I just can't overcome in a decent amount of time, I'm going to say it's done. I'm not going to spend 4 hours out here trying to set up this shelter. I'm not going to spend 4 hours out here trying to set up a fire with this stuff. And I'm not going to spend 4 hours out here trying to boil water, okay? If it takes too long, you know, like I said, I'm going to give it a fair shot. I know that in a survival situation, I have all the time in the world. But I just can't sit out here all day waiting for this stuff to happen. I'm going to do the same thing for the EDC kit that I made. So we're going to give this its best shot, but after a certain point, we're just going to have to walk away and say, this is possible, but there's just too much energy being expended for it to be correct. Okay, and I want you to notice this flaw. I have all this junk up in here. These are actually my own matches. This did not come with the bottle, okay? I had to dig these out of my car. Okay, so what I did was I tied a loop into this piece of cordage, clipped the carabiner to it. The carabiner's out here. I'm gonna clean this out and I'm gonna fill it up with water. I just put my fire directly beneath where it is. I'm gonna move it a little bit over some more. Threw my cordage up there, tied it off to this tree, and that's gonna be how I'm going to boil my water. I would typically use a tripod. Actually, I wouldn't even be using a plastic bottle, but if I had to use a plastic bottle, I would be using a tripod. I just don't have the wood around here for that. And honestly, the tools they give me, I don't even know if I can carve or cut down a tripod with. Okay, so I hope the fire went off. I don't know. I think part of it didn't go. I don't think I caught it quick enough on my camera, but we have it started to go now. We're boiling in it, and it's becoming a constant battle. Keep it near the fire, keep it out of the fire. So we're trying to. So something happened. The limb above me, yeah, apparently it didn't like having that much water in it, or weight on it, and I was trying to adjust to get it right, and when it did, it just, everything basically fell out. I had to catch the water bottle. I will give it this. It worked with the matches I provided, but had I not put my own matches in this kit, this fire would have taken off. And yes, for anybody out there who says, well, you could have put a lighter there instead of matches, I absolutely could have. However, it was designed for a matchbox. That's what they were. It's one of those orange matchbox. That's why I figured it wanted. That's what I used. But we put in there 16.9 ounces, which is as much as my other bottle will hold, so I'll know that we're even on that. So what happened was the bottle started to melt. It's actually still hot there. It actually looks pretty cool now. That's got like a cool handle. But the bottle started to melt, and when it started to melt, I started to move my fire around, and my tripod that I was using, or the thing I was kind of trying to use as a tripod, is not greenwood. It's semi-greenwood. It's probably dry enough down there, but it had enough heat on it that it actually started to catch fire. I mean, I hadn't really given it a lot of time, and I won't lie and say that I did, but literally there was no other way for me to control this fire. Curse me if you want, but I gave it a good shot. People out there who have boiled water in plastic water bottles before, and I'm not gonna say that they can't do it, but here's what I'm telling you. if you don't know how to do it already, when you go into a survival situation, you ain't gonna be able to do it, okay? If you already don't know how to boil water in a water bottle like this, you're not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna give this a D. You can drink water from it, you can't purify any water from it, and you can't sure as hell can't boil in it. I don't know if there's any way to test about the plastic theory that I had, so I'll leave that as inert. But yeah, I'll give it a D. There's that. I mean, it's not an F because it does hold water. I'll give it that. I'm actually gonna try the shelter out right now, and I'll put that on camera. This would be how I would sleep tonight if I was actually going to test it much further. Besides the fact that every time I move, it would wake me up just from the sheer sound. This ain't bad. I mean, I'm sitting on the ground with the poncho underneath me, and that's protecting me from that. I can't talk when I move. I'm retaining a lot of body heat, so that's not even too bad. Whew, this is kind of comfy. I gave it a C, and I'm going to stick with a C. This is pretty nice, but if rain was to come, I'd be out of luck. You know, if I had a fire, I'd probably do it better, but it already says keep away from fire, so I can appreciate this. I really could. This is not bad. May what I do is add one of these to my EDC.